everyone. It is Sunday sit-down time. We got the St. Louis Post-Dispatch's Eli Hoff, fresh off the plane from South Carolina. How was your travels today, Eli?
You know, it's an adventure. Just going from college town to college town in the SEC is always a good time. But, you know, it's a pleasure to soak in some of these environments and see, regardless of the result, a pretty good football game on Saturday night.
Obviously, the big story, Brady Cook, game time decision, was able to play. I mean, and the grit we've seen from him all season, but especially in this game. What was that like to see in person? What did you see from him?
It's so funny with Brady that we see him listed as doubtful, and now that is almost an indication that he's going to play. I mean, just to see him going through warm-ups and stretching, and you can tell he's working the wrist in between throws. He's talking with the trainers, going through that, and then to go out there and play pretty fine. I can't think of any plays where I was thinking, ooh, Brady looks hurt, or that looked like something that is what we don't normally see from Brady Cook. Some of those throws downfield would have been great for a healthy Brady Cook to have made earlier in the year. So the grit, the guts, all that we've seen from Brady Cook over and over again on full display last night, as I think everybody maybe expected at this point to frankly be there.
Well, you look at the first half compared to the second half. Second half, I mean, we were talking about it before we sit down. All urgency is the name of the game. You know, what was that difference in those two halves there? Obviously, Brady Cook leading 3 touchdown drives to kind of make this a ball game.
That's what we've kind of seen with this team, especially these last 2 games, of just they kind of play to the level of the opponent, and they score when they need to score. And coming out of halftime, when they'd given up 14 points in those final couple minutes before halftime they're coming out in the second half. They needed points in a bad way, and they started to get them. They started to make those plays. There were obviously shortcomings in execution, especially on the defensive end, but I don't think anybody can doubt this team's heart, especially on the offensive end when it comes to just finding ways to score, whether it's grinding out the running game in the second half or Luther Burden doing whatever he does on a 4th down when you throw the ball his way sometimes.
Well, big plays seem to really be a problem, you know, those big chunk plays for this defense, you know, and obviously missed tackles have been coming up all season. What's your diagnosis of what we're seeing right now from this Corey Batoon defense?
In a way, it seems like a discipline thing. I think back to that first touchdown that South Carolina had. That was the coverage breakdown where the cornerback there blitzes, and Marvin Burks, the safety, has to pick up that receiver. And he's just caught staring in the backfield, flat-footed, few steps behind, easy touchdown. It's something like that where I have to assume that they've gone over that play before. That everybody knows what their job is, and it didn't happen. And there are consequences to that in these situations when you play SEC teams. If this was UMass or Murray State, maybe they don't pounce on that. This is South Carolina on the road. One mistake like that is going to lead to points. So in my eyes, it's a discipline thing at this stage of the season of having the commitment to execute the play as called all the way to the whistle and to just do it well.
Well, when you look at how they performed against Oklahoma, you know, obviously coming off of that game into this one, how close do you feel like this defense is to getting that consistent effort? Obviously, a lot of young guys on this squad, too.
It is, and even just in last night, there were different phases. They started off giving a lot of chunk plays, and then coming out of halftime, they clamped down for a little bit there. They stopped Lenora Sellers, who's a big rushing quarterback, on a 4th and 1. That was a big play from this defense, and then it fell off again near the end of the game. So you can see what the potential is for this defense. It just is only showing up for maybe 10 to 15 minutes a game right now versus a full 60.
Well, when you look at the disappointment, obviously, you fall to 3 losses on the season. College football playoff, you know, obviously the discussion there is over. What's left now when you look at the rest of the season for Mizzou football?
I mean, that's the challenge for Eli Drinkwitz, to communicate this to his team. I think when you look at this program and taking a step back, getting to 10 wins is a big deal because Missouri doesn't always get to 10 wins. Getting to 9 wins is a big deal because Missouri doesn't always get to 9 wins. So there's an opportunity there. There's an opportunity for these seniors, these prospects, to close out their college careers in strong fashion. But it also just comes down to Coach Drinkwitz being able to convince these guys that there is something worth playing for, whether it is a goal that they have or something personal to them, or just the fact that they're playing a competitive sport and need to compete week in, week out. I'm not sure if the difference between the Citrus Bowl and the Music City Bowl is going to be motivating for them. Maybe it is. I don't know. But that's what this coaching staff has to find moving forward here.
Well, when you look, I mean, we're seeing the last games here down the stretch here from Brady Cook, guys like Luther Burden, who we expect to go to the NFL draft. You know, what do you think when you look at the legacy of what they've done for Mizzou, these last 2 games are going to look like for these guys here?
Yeah, I mean, you can just already tell. We've known all along how special this is for Brady Cook, and he talked about it after the game last night. He talked about it after coming back in that Auburn game. He only has so many of these left. That game against Arkansas will be his last game at Furrow Field. That's going to mean something to him. You know he's going to be out there no matter what the stakes in terms of, you know, playoff discussion or bowl game or whatever. You know, that's what that's going to be from him. And a guy like Luther Burden, he wants to have a legacy here. He stayed home for a reason, and I think legacy is part of that. And so he has a chance to prove that. He also has a chance to put more stuff on tape for NFL scouts. There's lots of different reasons for these guys to still be out there and trying in these last couple weeks. the season has different implications now at this point with the playoff out of the picture.
What do you like? Obviously, the last 2 games, you got Mississippi State last SEC road game, and then you come back home, big rivalry game against Arkansas. What do you like about how the rest of this schedule lays out for the Tigers?
I mean, this is the most favorable part. When we were looking at the schedule, this is when we thought Mizzou could, maybe not coast, but have a couple maybe guaranteed wins going into this. They're favored by more than a touchdown on the road against Mississippi State. Arkansas is a tougher team than Mississippi State, but home field advantage. You'd think they'd be favored by a good amount there. So it's 2 games that should absolutely be wins for Missouri. It's a chance to close it out strong and be able to play for that 10th win in the bowl game.
Obviously, expectations were so high coming into this season. You get 11 wins total last year, that Cotton Bowl. You beat Ohio State, obviously. What do you think when you look at next season for Eli Drinkwitz? I know we're in the midst of this one, but do you think the expectations come in still just as high?
Well, the funny part, we're only a few weeks away from the transfer portal opening,
right.
So looking ahead to 2025 isn't all that crazy. This is going to be an extremely pivotal offseason for Eli Drinkwitz and company. He's going to have to nail this transfer portal cycle like no other. If he brings in a quarterback, if he's bringing in defensive reinforcements, offensive line, all these things are going to be so critical for what next year's team is going to be, because you start to look at some of the talent that this group is exporting, and Brady Cook gone. We think Luther Burden gone. Nate Noel gone. Some of these linemen could potentially be gone. Some of these defensive players who've been around for a while are going to be gone. It seems like just about everybody who contributed to that Cotton Bowl win last year is going to be gone after this season, with a few exceptions, but for the most part. So it's going to be a big turnover for this program that if they're going to maintain this level of success, this offseason needs to arrive in a big way.
Well, Eli, 2 more games left. We always appreciate you coming on. Always enjoy your coverage of the Tigers, too.
For sure. Thanks for having me.
For the rest of you guys, we'll be right back after the break.